This is a review of the new 15-inch MacBook Pro from Apple. This is the i7 version. There's an i5 as well, and it's very similar in its feature set. So a lot of people ask me, MacBook or MacBook Pro? So I'm going to try to cater this review to help people make that decision. First I'm going to talk about the design of the MacBook Pro. It is gorgeous. It has Apple's unibody design. It's all aluminum. It's virtually seamless, so you don't have those little areas that collect dirt. The keyboard is recessed a little bit more. I haven't noticed any impressions on the screen like you used to get with the older computers. It is stunning. It feels durable. It feels really good, high quality. I do have a couple gripes though. One, it's so clean, it no longer has a removable battery. I travel so much and I do such long flights. I do need interchangeable batteries, even though this thing can get up to 9 hours, very dimly lit, mind you. I do need extra batteries for that. The other minor gripe I have is the edges here. They're actually kind of sharp. And I've noticed that at long hours of typing and sitting on the couch, it actually kind of hurts. So, but it's beautiful. Now this design has been around for a little while. It's the processor that's new. But I thought I'd point out a couple key features for those who are replacing maybe a 4 or 5-year-old laptop. First you're going to notice is the new trackpad. It's seamless. There's no more exposed button. It no longer collects the dirt or the dust that the old one did. But it still clicks, it's still in there. But this new trackpad allows you to enlarge or shrink images, web pages, allows you to twist and turn things. It's really intuitive, it's great. It makes some mistakes here and there, but nothing to complain about. The blackout keyboard, this is the one I have the problem with. The old silver keyboard, although it looked dated, it was reflective. So at night, the screen reflected off the keys. I didn't have to use the backlighting. I could see the numbers and letters clearly. This, I always have to use the backlighting if I'm typing in the dark. I'm not sure how much that eats up on battery life, but it drives me nuts because I never have enough battery life. Another thing you're going to notice is this highly reflective screen here. Yes, it's a problem in the sunlight. Yes, it collects fingerprints better than anything else I'm aware of, but it is gorgeous. Images, movies are phenomenal. Now, one of the most important things to a laptop is the connectability. So on one side you have the disk drive, and then you have the hole for the lock. And then on the other side, you have all the rest. The power, which I'll get into in a second, Ethernet, FireWire 800, DisplayPort, 2 USBs, SD slot, and audio in and out. So the question I had was, with the SD slot, was it going to load anything quicker than actually just using a USB card reader? I'd say no. I've tried it. I put HD content on this card. It didn't seem to read it any quicker than when I hooked my camera up with a USB 2 cord. One of the great new features of this new MacBook Pro is the battery. Now, Apple claims it's the longest lasting Mac notebook battery ever. And they say with this 15-inch, it goes up to 8 to 9 hours. Now, I've seen it, it's true, but to get that, you better have Bluetooth off, you better dim the screen down, and don't use wireless if you don't have to. As far as if you have the brightness all the way up, it still says 2.5 hours like my old laptop did. I was a little surprised that Apple didn't update the power cord, the one that they use with the MacBook. This design's been around for a little while. It's a lot better than the old ones that if someone tripped on your power cord, it would take the laptop with it, and this one obviously doesn't. It pops off. But the new MacBook has a sleeker design, one that doesn't disengage when it sits on your lap. So the most important thing about this notebook, performance. So I get asked two questions all the time. MacBook or MacBook Pro? Should I get an iMac, or should I step up and get a MacBook Pro for the portability? Well, let's answer it this. As far as versus the MacBook, if you're going to edit in high-def video, go with the Pro. This thing's a beast. Like I mentioned earlier, this is the i7. It cranks. Very minimal rendering time. I work in Adobe CS5, InDesign, Photoshop, no issues. Churns along just fine. As far as versus the iMac was a little bit better on editing the high-def video, almost not noticeable. I really had to look hard to see how long it took to do things, but because it's portable and it holds almost the exact same power, how can you not recommend this MacBook Pro? This thing is a champ. One more thing to note, especially for those that are new to Apple or who haven't updated their computer in a while. This computer runs Snow Leopard and has a lot of free applications that come with it. Of course, the standard fare, iPhoto, iMovie, iDVD, but Snow Leopard offers all kinds of great stuff with the iChat functionality, photo booth, the list goes on and on and on. Check out my review on the MacBook and the iMac if you want to see some of those cool features.